I do have to ask, like, if this is for a pill machine, one would think checking the pill machine is working is like part of your opening checks.
Yeah, I don't know what you'd actually call it. So our till was working fine. Our till is the
Oh,
main till that
till.
runs pills, yeah. Till, you know, like to take money.
Right,
Like
I thought you were
collecting
talking about
pills.
pill machines.
No,
Like
no, no.
something that dispensed pills at a hospital. I'm just like, that seems very important to not have checked.
No. Tills to take money. Yeah, because our till is the one that runs all the other tills in the place, and we were working absolutely fine. So we were a bit like, well, this is confusing because we're online. Why wouldn't, you know, if we're online and we're connected to all the others on site, why wouldn't the others be online? Yep.
And this is where I feel just a little bit of not deep computer learning, but like, okay, here's how you troubleshoot something.
Yes.
Is everything plugged in?
Yeah, check it's plugged in, check it's all wired up properly.
I mean, I did tell my manager, I said, I found this wire on the floor. Shouldn't you let somebody know? And she was like, oh yeah, I'll let somebody know. And then it's like, it gets to Friday. Clearly nobody had done anything about this wire that I'd found. For the BT man to come in and be like, oh, this wire's, like, fallen out.
Right, well, currently we are still down at... I was about to say Christy. No, Marie. I don't know where she's
Marie,
gone.
Oh.
yeah.
Right, I tried reaching out across the void, and the void has yet to answer.
Yeah.
Yes. Apologies for the past couple of weeks, everybody.
It's
the DM has not been very well.
Fine.
it's totally fine, being that
Yeah.
events that happened and then you were sick and stuff. So,
Yes.
and it seems that you're still sick.
I'm not as bad as I was.
Right,
Put it
back
that way.
up. I've just
Yeah.
remembered something. I'll be 1 second.
All right.
Okay.
When you remembered, where did I put that very, very important thing
Yes.
that I need in the morning?
Oh, by the way, I since we last played, I actually have started playing yet another tabletop RPG.
Which I can't be as bad as me and Tash playing Baldur's Gate.
What, a new
right?
system, a new game, a new group? There's like, you can
Yeah,
interpret
it's
that a
new
lot.
Group proxy.
I have a new group. It's actually a group I've known for years, but they finally asked me that if I want to join them to play Cyberpunk Red.
Oh, I'm very jealous. I was meant to be in a game of Cyberpunk Red.
It actually is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rogue, but I just have to say this. I really like the freaking system. It's so awesome.
God, I've played like one game in it, and it's so easy to play.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
genuinely envious.
And also, I don't remember if if I have mentioned that I'm also in Red M server playing Red Dead Redemption 2 RP.
I remember you saying about it last time.
Yeah. Well, things got a little bit different that I planned. I planned to have a private practice with a business partner. We talked with the state prosecutor, and now we are both assistant prosecutors, and we will get the full prosecution rights after we have a mock trial.
Part of me's like, yay, but the other part of me's like, you're doing lawyering in Red Dead Redemption 2. Something's clearly wrong.
I kind of
No. No, it's not totally wrong.
It's like it's like playing GTA and like you want to keep to the traffic rules.
Yeah.
It takes an insane level of focus.
surely it's more like being able to just like manipulate things from like playing lawful evil. Because like if you're playing lawful evil, you're not
Yes.
necessarily going to be going around like, yeah, I shall burn the city down because blah. It's like no. You're going to work your way in, and you're going to establish yourself as a tyrant over the city, and commit heinous cruelties under the guise of saving the people.
No comment. No comment on my plans. On that. Oh, I
Hey,
need
whatever
to
works.
say- Yeah, exactly. It's like really the server is really nice. When we do have I still haven't had any any kind of unpleasant experiences what comes to interactions there. Also, I started a course. Automate. It was like automate boring stuff with Python.
God, everyone. I slightly dislike the fact that we seem to be entering a new era of Python obsession.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I thought Python was going to die out.
Nah, Python will keep on going. Eventually it'll
Python
become the
doesn't
backbone.
die out.
It will become the backbone to everything. Anyway,
Yes.
shall we play some D&D?
Yes.
Please,
Well,
anything's better than Python.
We're in the midst of something. I was sidetracked because people were also messaging me.
How dare they?
I know, and not watch the stream. It's very upsetting. But hey, he's been at Shrewsbury Folk Festival. Anyways, last time when I was somewhat better physically and mentally, a wonderful band of misfits had travelled to the plane of Earth and had restored the Earth Titan with the aid of a phoenix egg, and had begun to celebrate their victory, hard won as it was. And over the course of their celebrations, got involved with a sneaky group of gem dragonborn who were thinking about rebuilding the Empire, let's say. You hunted them down, found their little hideaway inside of a warehouse, to which I've now built now as a proper map, so people are in kind of weird places.
Hooray.
Your tokens haven't moved on the map. It's just you might find yourselves clipped inside of a box.
Okay.
Am I gonna be like ragdolling, like, like?
I mean, considering 9 times out of 10, and I fully admit.
Wait, so if you're clipping with a box, that suggests you're neither thinking inside or outside the box, but you are in fact thinking both. You are transcending the system.
Would you be?
Schrodinger's.
Yes. There we go. Christy.
it's not
Christy
Schrodinger's cat,
someone.
it's Schrodinger's box.
You're in the box. You were inside, and yet you're outside the box.
The
I mean,
box-
that's just a change of relative perspective. Does the box
Oh.
contain a dead cat,
Oh no, I just realised.
or does it contain a live cat?
No, it's the Farnsworth box from Futurama.
Oh yeah, the Farnsworth
It's
box.
our own universe.
Then they shake it, and the whole universe shakes.
Anyway, so yeah, so you guys confronted some of these gem dragonborn inside a warehouse, and were currently in the midst of a combat.
Yay!
Yay!
To which the DM suddenly remembered is panicking. It's like, Did I have to think for this on D&D Beyond?
Das is drunk.
On his own power.
Yeah.
Just I will be right back because I need to turn my shirt the right way around. Apparently, I'm wearing it backwards and inside out.
Are you doing the whole Dadaism kind of thing? Like
Yeah.
Dada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
So, fun fact. I do not have an encounter thing for this in D&D Beyond, so we're doing this the old school way.
Yay!
Woo! Well, thankfully, there's 6 of them dead already.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 of them are still dead. You guys have 4 of them left to deal with.
Yes.
Push this over to the battle map.
Da, 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 da.
If I remember rightly, those little red dots are from
Your
advantage. Yeah.
Draconic cry.
Yeah.
And went wah, and
Yes.
thus they died.
Like you did a Wario. Like, wah!
Waluigi. Oh god, no. So that's going to be F as the next big weapon, isn't it?
Wah-appa!
It's going to make the Waluigi launcher.
Or
Oh
the
god.
I'll just make like a magical project. Like I'll add it to the big claw as like, you know how like you have those like things at the front of a ship. What are they called? It's normally like a mermaid or something.
Oh yeah, the.
Oh.
I know what you mean.
But like
It's not the hull. It's the
Figurehead.
yeah
prow.
figurehead. Yeah.
Figurehead. Thank you.
Prow.
A figurehead, but it'll be Das in a Wario hat.
Yes.
Oh,
man.
wow.
Yeah. So,
Oh, man.
So since this weapon is like going to be made by Eppa sort of thing, you could say that Eppa's made a weapon of mass destruction.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, mass destruction! I love it.
Mass destruction. Yeah, a weapon of mass destruction. Of
Help me, internet. Help me.
No.
The internet can't help you. One of them's in the building.
Yeah, that's true.
I know, I'm hoping the internet will help me get away. It's always helped me before.
Mhm.
Oh, anyways, so top of the round is currently Aileen's turn, but she's not here right now.
Come on, Aileen.
Come on, Aileen. Gotta drown these people with.
And that's why
Oh,
that just reminds me of the freaking meme. I did. They said jump. I jumped. I did something else. Then
No,
I got
wait,
come
wait,
on,
wait.
Aileen, and I got thrown out for that one.
Yeah.
right. On that note, she's going to do Shillelagh,
Yeah.
All right.
because there was something right in front of her, and why not do a very powerful Shillelagh for 13 points of damage?
Yes.
And that's not with advantage either.
That.
So you just watch this alien grabs the staff like full on swing bada whack! Sails with gemstones smashing and cracking across the floor.
Oh!
And the best bit is that's a bonus action.
Oh, wow.
Remains after the fight. They'll be very valuable.
They're not actually made of gems.
What, they're not?
I checked.
Harvest the organs. They'll be quite
But
valuable.
you mentioned about harvesting the gem. Well,
Yeah.
the gem Dragonborn that's nearest you kind of looks across at you on one of the boxes and goes, that is very offensive.
Look, I corrected it with harvesting organs, okay? At least be pleased with that.
No, that is just insulting. You are a terrible person.
You're a terrible person.
Hey, you are a terrible person. Leave. I'm done with you.
I like that. That's just gonna continue with the.
Bites his thumb at you as well.
That's just gonna continue the tennis thing. Like, I know you're a terrible person. I can't think of a good reason why, but you're a terrible person.
I said,
Excuse
"Good
me,
day, sir."
don't
I say good
don't
day.
hey, don't ignore me. Hello, I can be rude too.
Oh yeah.
I don't just sort of, I'm just looking up at him sad.
Like, do something rude. Do something atrocious. That's like a crime against life itself or something. I don't know.
Eppa just quietly and darkly giggles, waiting for his turn.
And for our action, Alien opens up with a fireball and burns another one to the ground.
Oh wow, okay. I might not get a chance to be cruel to this person.
That brings us now to Rex.
Yes. So there is only this guy and this guy left.
Correct.
I think that's the guy I dropped from the ceiling.
Oh god, yeah.
Second, I'll do something cool for you all. Let's drop him.
Ah,
Ah. Ah.
No, I made some custom tokens for these guys, okay? I'm going to use them now.
beautiful.
Alright.
Oh, it gets better. Ta-da!
Ah, cool.
I made so many.
He
I was
did.
very, very ill and very, very bored.
He was
They're
very
so
ill
pretty.
and very bored.
Yes,
Amazing.
I am trying to check, do I have any kind of bells which I could use?
Preferably the kill enemy spell would be nice.
Yes, it probably would. I gotta see here. Wait, oh. There we go. Let's do some measuring. Oh, wait a minute. There is the...
Why isn't it? Why is it displaying that? Oh yeah, it would be really handy if I had the D&D Beyond thing up.
Ah.
It's looking for the actual thing.
Oh,
Oh, this is good. This is very good. I'm gonna move here, and then I'm gonna cast a Thunder Wave.
Wait, don't damage the cycle!
What?
don't damage the circle. It's a teleportation circle.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then...
Literally, I wouldn't want him to be in a... It sounds badass, but he's on a teleportation circle.
Yeah. Well... Oh, dang it, I don't have anything... Well... Of course there is one thing I can do.
Drop your pants and show him your manliness.
That has been maybe done twice, once at least.
Wait,
I mean, he's prone at the moment, so you could just hit him with a stick.
A pointed stick, the one thing you can't defend against.
Okay, I do have enough movement.
I'm terrified.
I'm gonna go here, and then I'm going to bonk this person, whatever they are, into the head.
Harvest them, show them no mercy, seize them.
Well, actually, no. We do need. I do think we wanted to keep that one alive.
17.
A 17 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. But yes, I believe you do want one of them alive for question.
12.
12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's the person to actually take damage.
But he's still alive.
For now, yes.
I will hit him again, but this time around, I am going to do non-lethal damage.
Alright then, roll to hit, please.
Yes. A 14.
A 14 just hits. Go ahead and roll for damage. As that first crack smacks him square in the
10.
side of the face, and he looks up at you with like sort of cracked and creaking face. He's like, I yield. Just knock him out.
Yeah. Okay, he's knocked out. So we can take him for questioning. Do whatever you want for the other one.
Thank you.
And that is my turn.
Alright then. That brings us to a cat and ass.
So, this guy is standing on the box. How tall is the box?
You and him are on the same level of boxes.
Yeah, but how tall are the boxes?
He's got you two are currently 10 feet off the ground.
So if I were to, in theory, try to boot him off the box, following your example in Baldur's Gate 3...
I was proud of the achievement. I'm glad it took me 5 rounds of combat to chase a goblin up a ladder.
Yeah. Okay, so I need to look at my character sheet because...
And then a further 2 rounds of just bullying him with push mechanics.
Oh, wait. Oh no.
Yeah, well. Yeah, you know what? Let's see. I could try using the shove action, but I don't think I have anything that would allow me to have, like, yes, you do a thing where you can do. Yeah, so... Yeah, I'll attempt to push him off the box by, like, sort of, I don't know, doing the thrusting of the rapier and hoping that they step back, like, hoping that the force would, like, make them step back enough to, like, fall and shit. That'll be a 28 to hit.
28 will certainly hit.
Okay. Here comes the sneak attack. Right,
Ow.
that's 26 points of damage.
All fear, the swashbuckling rogue.
All fear.
So are we going for lethal or non-lethal?
For funsies, let's go non-lethal.
Alright then. So you sit there and flourish your rapier with a full go for like a non-lethal point. You watch as he goes I'm just gonna make a roll on dex save really quick.
And say, does that damage take them out before they make this fall?
Kind of, yes.
Ah, never mind.
No. Yeah, they're probably dead.
Yeah, well, Eppa, you do watch as this gem dragonborn smacks into the ground with quite a hefty thud. You're not quite sure if he's alive or dead, but that was painful.
It seems that he'll get severe concussion if he ever wakes up.
But the
Wait.
combat is officially over.
Woo. Part of me just wants to, like, leap, like, on top of him so that, you know, Das's legs kind of split, like, over and go, ha-ha! Like, yeah, I thought I'd get you.
Yeah, I think the moment, like, Dast sort of, like, goes to jump on him.
Yeah.
Ooh, Tash, choose 1 or 2.
2.
I'm just gonna use the telekinesis just to whip the unconscious body out from underneath Dast. Just whoop, and just hang it off one of these like stands.
Wah! Ah! Okay.
Oh, excuse us, we're still dying.
I really want to know what that sound was because I lost like 80% of it.
Oh.
It was a combination of me blowing my nose and coughing, and then Tash also coughing.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
Ah.
One of the packets of tissues.
Yeah, we're the only thing keeping the tissue companies afloat right now. Anyway. So, Des, as you make your haha jump, go ahead and make for me, please, an acrobatics check.
Alright.
I still have a pack.
I don't care. I don't care. Acrobatics?
Mm-hmm.
Whee! That's a 19.
You land with the utmost grace.
Ta-da! And I'll just put up a little sign for myself saying 10. Because he's...
A few stone rats in the corner hold up 10. 10. There's one that looks suspiciously Russian holding up a 9.5.
Oof.
Tash, legitimately remind me at some point
Yes.
when I've got some downtime and I will write a Looney Tunes Bard subclass for you.
Do it!
Just so you can do stuff like that, but mechanically have effect.
Like, one time we were talking about a Warlock subclass based on the Disney franchise.
Yeah, your
And,
patron is Mickey.
And one of the abilities we thought of was spontaneous song and dance, and as an action the warlock can start singing and doing the dance, and any creature within a certain radius or something has to make a wisdom saving throw or start singing and dancing along, and they don't know why.
I once wrote a very silly spell, just because I wanted more spells like Shillelagh. Shillelagh doesn't get enough love, which was Jay's brutal Brussels sprout.
Oh yeah.
So, like, Brussels sprouts, for those who may not know, because they don't go on farms, grow on a stalk, which sort of looks like one of those like baseball bats with bells on it.
Yep.
Oh. Nice.
So the idea was that, one, it was a magical weapon that you could just summon into your hand, made of plant, that you could hit people with. But it also had a ranged attack, where you could like flick it, and it would throw a Brussels sprout for 1d4 damage.
I approve of this.
And whenever you hit somebody with it, if you would roll, I think, d4, and that many Brussels sprouts would then fly off and hit nearby targets.
Oh, that's evil.
I thought of the perfect name for this weapon: the Brussels Clout.
Oh, I like that.
I am proud of that. You're welcome.
See, I would have settled for some like pun of Van Damme.
Oh yeah.
Because it would have been the muscles from Brussels.
Ah, yes. The muscles from Brussels.
Anyway, so you guys spend some time waiting for the two unconscious idiots to come round.
We probably should tie them up, like hog tie style, maybe.
Rex just grabs and yeets the guy on his, like, lifts the guy on his shoulder and carries him off from the teleportation circle.
Ah yes.
Yeah, the one that Eppa's already sort of like plopped on like on a stand. There's just this very awkward moment as someone sees a set of manacles just float across and clamp around his hands.
Helena's is like, God damn, that's kinky. But I can do one better. And she drew across a series of vines and binds the other one up.
Ooh, shibari.
Yes. But yeah, after a few minutes, they eventually come to. They sort of start off interconic and slowly like, Oh no.
Oh, yes. Don't mind me, I just wanted to say that because, you know, you said oh no and I said oh yes. Yeah, carry on. God.
God.
He really does live for the drama.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but what do you want with us, seriously?
Well, let's
And
see.
who sent you?
No, that's very rude. We could have
sent
sent ourselves.
Yeah, who says anyone sent us?
Well, we don't know. It could have been a rival group.
You're very vain. Everything's about, like, how important you are. First you go, oh la di da, we're gonna conquer the material plane. And then you wonder why a bunch of people from the material plane would go, no thanks. Whack!
Bless you. We weren't going to conquer the material plane. We're going to reclaim...
Yeah, sorry. Rebuild the Draconic Empire.
Exactly.
Which
Get it right. Get it right.
Yeah, which most likely features some way of forcing your ideals and beliefs and yourselves upon other people who may not agree with said ideologies, beliefs, and yourselves.
But we were going for a more us, like, well, you're not using this land, so we'll use it anyway kind of approach.
Rex at the same time as he is speaking, he takes out his Omni Violator and starts twirling it around. Okay, now tell us everything you know.
Like, starting off with this here scribble that you call a circle.
Oh, sorry.
It's actually quite nicely made. I quite like it.
I didn't finish going to university, excuse me.
Well, excuse you, I didn't even go to school. I spent most of my life on a boat and it was great.
Well, when do you spend your life back on the boat?
You spend your life
he
back
turns
on
his attention back to us and goes, well, I do appreciate someone acknowledging good work.
Can you please not be rude to my companion? And I just like flick, I just load Mind Sliver into my hand, which in my mind I imagine is sort of like this rather nasty pink energy.
Mm-hmm.
Because the bunny rabbit isn't the scary one in this room.
Wait, he's not?
Epa. Do you want to have this in your ass? Because you have seen what happens when I shove it in someone's exit only hole.
Okay, fine. We're both scary ones. We are equally scary. The bunny rabbit with the terrifying mace that is named after the various things it has utterly ruined via the rectal cavity, and I are both equally scary beings. Happy now?
You're all really
Good
bad
enough.
at this good cop, bad cop routine, you know that.
Cool. I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna non-lethally cast Mind Sliver on this guy.
Oh, God.
He needs to make a DC 11 intelligence saving throw.
Oh god. So he's just a goon. That's a 6.
Oh damn.
Cool. Yeah, he's just gonna be racked by psych. Technically, he takes 1d6 psychic damage, but I'm trying to be non-lethal here. But he does get a 1d4 penalty to his next saving throw.
He watches like his eyes roll back and like it's the whole anime white look, and he's just like, ah, it's like the worst ice cream headache.
Oh dude.
The energies down here taste a little funny, but you can learn some really fun things from being on a different plane for a little while. Now, the circle?
It's just a plane shift. Well, hoping it was anchored to the right spot.
What's the right spot?
Somewhere in the material plane. Preferably not near any civilized society. You know, like the wilderness would be nice.
So what you're saying is that you weren't actually planning on like so much of an invasion as opposed to just making your own like little safe haven for like dragonborn such as yourself, and like making a bit of a farmland, or at least a bit of a small village, the outpost kind of thing. I don't know why I sounded very farmer-like, to be honest.
One of them looks at you with a still expression and goes, "Yes! This must be the entire time!"
Can I roll insight?
You
Just
may
do whether or
need
not-
an inside check.
Oof, that's not a great roll. That's a 10.
Yes,
can
it has been
I-
the entire time.
Can I roll inside check as well?
I'll let you all roll an inside check.
I feel
Alright.
like if they are telling the truth, that we may be the bad guys.
Oh wow, that's even worse.
Are we doing this on D&D and Beyond? Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can just roll me a d20 and roll 20, and I can do the adding up for you.
I got a 15.
Whichever's easier for you, Christy.
Very nice.
It's quicker to do that.
Hey, 13.
It's 13.
Close.
Plus 1 for a total of 40. And, like, with Das and Tick, it's, yes, this is what it's been about the entire time. There has been, like, outright, we shall conquer the prime material plane. It's like, no, we just want to bring back the old part of the Empire.
You made it sound so sinister. No wonder we went after you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry, did we use the word Empire?
Well, you used more reclaim and invade, and yeah, they're kind of very invasive
Restore.
words. And store. What? Yeah, that.
Well, what if we took you to our boss? Would that help clear things up? In exchange, you don't kill us.
I mean, we killed quite a lot of people needlessly, and I have a horrible feeling that the boss may not be best pleased with our murderous
Hey, it
tendencies.
was self-defense. They drew weapons on you. You just went in to teach them how to mosh.
Yeah, I just wanted to teach you guys how to mosh, and then you just wanted to try and kill me, and now I feel sad about it. Do the monster mosh.
The monster mosh.
I don't know what do you lot think? He doesn't seem to be talking nonsense, but just because he believes it doesn't mean it's true.
I mean, I suppose if we're going to take accountability for our actions, then I suppose we could give them a bit of the benefit of the doubt just to see what's going on and just go from there, really.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then if they do get a little bit aggressive, then, you know, gloves are off and have at them, sort of thing.
Fine. And Eppa just goes off and takes the manacles off. Now, I'm just going to take a look at the circle before you show us where your boss is. I just want to see where you're actually going to end up.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Thank you. Can I request someone to help?
Aileen can give you an assist.
Thank you very much.
Okay, can I roll Arcana check as well?
No, just Epic. But Epic,
So-
you do get advantage because you're getting assistance.
That is a 27.
Pretty damn good. On the 27th, it is a circle for plane shift. It would technically take you back to the prime material plane, although it does need a tuning fork or something attuned to the prime material plane. Yourselves will do. Should you make use of it. It will take you... Just trying to think now. How much detail should I give on this? As far as you can tell, it will take you somewhere in the prime material plane, somewhere near to the continent of Auslandia, if not on it, but you have no idea, like, where specifically.
That continent's like the main one that we've been
Yes.
trekking across.
Yeah.
That seems legit. Just 1 second. And I'm just gonna like rub out one very important symbol that if we want to start this thing back up, we could just like write it back down
Yeah.
in a second. There's like one tiny one that I know where it is. They'd have to spend like ages trying to like find where I broke it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll assume you take a good 10 minutes taking notes of the full circle and what runes
Yeah.
and sigils and whatnot. Alright then. You untie your hostages. And they lead you through the I forgot where you guys were now. Oops.
We
Yeah, needs to remind himself.
are in, I think, the Dwarven one?
Yes, Svartalheim. They lead you through the back streets of Svartalheim, deeper into part of the mountain, into a small cave recess, where the only way to describe it is refugee camp,
Oh no.
more than actual, like, living quarters. The DM did have a map prepared for this, but combat's not necessary now, so I'll just describe it to you all. As you are led through, you're brought to an initial guard station where a few guards are sitting there playing cards. You don't see them speak, you just hear like the faint harmonic ringing of gems.
Aww.
So they are like communicating telepathically and you guys can't hear the conversation. And as you're taking further through, you notice a lot of offshoot paths. One goes to like an armory, one goes to a well-supplied barracks / living quarters.
We really do need to finish turning Das into just like a telepathic radio antenna.
Agreed.
But eventually they bring you down into this much wider open chamber where several braziers burn quite brightly, and you can see several Dragonborn standing around a collection of maps on the floor, and they're discussing with great intent. Again, this weird harmonic ringings going on. So they're all sitting there poking various parts of the map. And eventually one of them looks up to you. A bald gem Dragonborn. There are no horns, no distinguishing features on them. And he looks at you with this kind smile and goes, "Ah, friends, apologies, we were telepathically communicating amongst ourselves. It was very rude of me. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Kane."
Kane.
Yes, and he hops off a small stool and comes over to you all and extends an open hand. I'm the leader of these refugees. Well, we consider ourselves refugees. We are displaced, disillusioned peoples.
Me as a player feels so bad about what happened.
Oh yes, feel terrible.
I do feel terrible.
But don't worry, it's a roller coaster. It's fine. Take the ups with the downs.
Yes.
Ask, what are you refugees from? Because, like, it seems like You guys would every other gem dragon one we met down here seems to be doing pretty good.
Well, refugees are the best way of describing ourselves. We are not welcome here on the plane of Earth, despite the fact we are native here. We feel more attached to the material plane and wish to go to what we feel is home. To our original birthing ground.
Which is...
Well, the root of the old empire. To Roma, Venetia, and like one of the maps on the floor you can see is an old, crumpled... A brain's forgotten the word now, not parchment, like the animal skin.
hide.
Thank you. That'll do. I know there's another word for it. But anyway, a hide map where everything's like been stitched in. And almost like sewn in, so it's more permanent than inks. And the system goes, I bought this off a trader some 20 years ago, and it shows the old empire as it used to be. And you can see there's like towns and roads scattering everywhere, all from one central point, which is Roma.
I think we've got like 3 very smart people in this party. Is this map remotely accurate to any point in time?
If anybody's got proficiency in it, you can either give me a history, a nature, or an insight check.
No.
I can take
No.
that one.
History.
If you're trained in any of those 3.
Nope.
Okay. Well.
I did history from what I remember. No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
you have history and nature if you wish to pick either one.
I roll a d20 and
Yeah, roll the d20. I'll try and find a way of moving the character sheet across, it's just awkward.
yeah, it's alright. It's just... maybe it's on here. It's very
There's
small.
PDF versions, but I think they're old,
Yeah.
they're down-leveled versions. I think it was like
I
back
mean-
at level 9.
I can load d20. It just not D and Beyond. It'll just take a minute.
Yeah.
You know, I might as well just roll that and get a.
I'd say it's plus 6 either way.
Yeah. So, so 17, 13 from Rex.
24 on insight.
Ooh.
Stealing all the good rolls.
Well, they're not the worst rolls ever. So between the 3 of you, the map looks authentic. It's certainly old. You do notice some bits which line up. So at the very top of this map, it has a little stitching mark, and it mentions Northern Territories and marks a very specific spot known as Verulanium, which is the current Dragonborn capital. So it's like, oh, okay, that works. And like you can see the original land bridge that is now the region known as Lilith's Moor. You guys have been sailing around. But it's mostly Eppa's insight. It's like, yeah, there's no way you got it off a trader down here, because it would be all stone based, not animal hide. That has to be like a family heirloom kind of thing.
Oh.
As you examine this map, he's still carrying on with this whole thing of like, and we're just trying to figure out the best way of going home. And how awesome would it be to finally go home?
Please tell me home is not on the destroyed land bridge.
No, home for them would be south of the destroyed land bridge.
Oh, thank
What is south of it?
Another continent. About. In terms of like overall geology, it would look like a weird form of Africa is what I had in mind.
Any of how would any of us know anything about it?
Not a lot is known beyond the fact of like general knowledge. It's just like this is where the Dragon Ball Empire started. The disaster happened. Nobody's been there ever since. There's been expeditions south. The best they've got is like a little beachhead town there, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Do you want to tell them that, or Foxy? It feels
What?
rude not to tell them.
I mean, you're probably the best at giving bad news, so I mean, you go ahead.
That's a dubious honorific. Yeah, so, you know how, like, the Dragonborn Empire kind of went kablooey?
Yes, I'm well aware.
Right. Nowadays, and I point at Verulamium, that's where most of the Dragonborn live and operate. And then I point back to where he says he wants to go. The only people who've been there die.
So it's uninhabited.
Pardon?
I said it's uninhabited. That's even better. We could.
No one said it was uninhabited, just that they die.
Well, clearly, they were not worthy.
And I thought I was insane.
Yeah, I want insight. How insane is this dude?
Go ahead and give me inside checks, you two.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, that was nearly a 24 and it turned into a 1.
This was not my intention, but
Yes.
17.
Validation.
17.
I will roll insight as well.
I won't count it. On the 17, Captain Das.
Oh, wow.
You have seen insanity. You are a living embodiment of insanity. This guy is gone.
You know, on second thought, I see some similarities between myself and this guy, and let me tell you, he has great qualities of leadership. I mean, but in all fairness, there's quite the risk of, like, you know, death and dying in these sorts of lands, according to my friend. So, I mean,
But you understand my plight, Captain.
well, yeah, I do, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the best idea. You have to be, like, a little bit prepared for, like, the dangers that kind of, like, happen.
Have you not seen the armory? We are well prepared. We are well stocked.
I've not seen the armory.
There's an armory?
Yeah.
Okay, next. Well, let me show you. And he calls for another Dragonborn called Seth. Oh God, Christy, Mike.
What?
I don't know what the noise was just then. That was from Christy. It was just like, oh my God, the noise.
I heard nothing.
I did.
What was it?
I heard
Blessed mercies for you then.
I heard some, but no problem. It wasn't like bothering me.
I don't know what it was. It was just sounded like a microphone not fully plugged in.
Oh yeah.
And trying to game balance itself. Anyways, it's stopped now. So yeah, he calls for another one called Seth and orders him to show you the armory, but not too closely. And he leads you back up through the corridor to where it like crossroaded. And opposite the side where all the folks were sleeping and resting and barracksing, in a smaller offshoot, you see 4 weapon racks full of gladiuses, tower shields, a couple more weapon racks for spears. There's quivers of bows and short bows ready to go.
Well, you guys certainly have been busy.
It's almost like a... If you guys were still assuming these were revolutionaries, you'd be like, they are armed and ready.
Well, they seemed armed and ready. They seem like they know what they're doing.
Do these weapons... Are these weapons... In this era, is a gladius considered relatively modern? Because like, I'm walking around with like a fancy pistol because I muck around and make pistols. There are cannons, and we've got a bag full of stolen rifles.
Gladiuses are kind of weird. It's almost like having a ceremonial sword during the Age of the Enlightenment kind of thing, if that makes sense.
So basically, these guys are gonna get themselves killed.
I mean, if they fight in formation, they'll be fine. If they come up against anyone with guns, oh, they're gonna die.
I never thought I'd say this, but maybe we need to give them... Oh, we're gonna be helping a bunch of Dragonborn take over a continent.
Or we could
It's a
be
continent nobody wanted.
Or we could help them take over a continent which nobody wanted, and therefore they could start flourishing if they survive against all the beasties and the monsters that may come their way. Yeah.
What do we know about that, like, one settlement that's on the continent?
It's very much wilderness town. Whilst it's well defended by trenches and palisade defences and a simple wooden wall.
Who controls it?
It's its own dominion.
But like, is it Dragonborn? Is it like
No, it's
all sorts of folk?
It's a mix of all sorts. Military-wise, it's been backed by the Dragonborn Empire, but it's a whole mix of people.
Oh, we've already got to go back to Emberstone. But we can't let these guys just die.
But anyway, Seth leads you back through to the main chamber where Kane's clearly in the middle of some sort of a rousing speech, as you can hear that gem harmonics almost ringing across the entire chamber, and all the different gem Dragonborn there have an iridescent glow to them. And as you come back in, he's like, my apologies, I was just rousing our brothers and sisters that hopefully with your help you'll take us on to bigger and better things.
Do you mind? Can we take 5? Just us, our little group. Just take 5. Just have a little chat.
Certainly, there's a small quiet space if you need it.
Thank you. Scuttle over to it.
You can listen into some of it if you want. I will whisper to you what it is.
Ah, go on.
So, not to be funny here, but I know that we just put 8 of them in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But one, we need to make sure Emberstone's still okay. That was kind of the whole reason we went out there, and then the plane started collapsing. But also, if these guys just randomly teleport themselves into the middle of a continent, they're all gonna... They're gonna be monster meat. Right? Am I the only one who thinks this?
I don't know, I understand.
Now, as you all know, I am completely sound of mind. But
You need to roll an insight check against your own self-deception.
You know what? For funsies, yeah, let's do that. And
oh my god,
That
is beautiful.
now I may be of sounder mind, but for some odd reason, I feel that there is a degree of how do I put this? Like someone who is inciting a mob into like violent tendencies, and that doesn't sound like a sane thing to me, and I should know, being of sound of mind and all. So
I think it's a firebrand. Firebrand is what it's called.
Never heard of the phrase, but yeah, we'll go with it. Yeah, we'll go with it.
I don't want to. I was. I have an idea, but the problem is it does mean it's going to take up a whole bunch of our time. Probably mean we're going to have to go through Lilith's Moor again, and all that sort of stuff, with a whole bunch of dubiously prepared crystal gem dragonborn. We have a ship. How many gem dragonborn are there? What, like magnitude scale, not specifics?
In a magnitude scale, one moment, I'm trying to sort something out on the overlay. It's not
like, are we talking tens, hundreds?
Certainly in the hundreds. Well, actually, no. Within the tens, sorry, not the hundreds.
Like, it'll be really tight. Like, they'll be a bit like compact. But, like, we could convince them, hey, when you come back with us, we can teach them to fight a little better, get them on the big claw, sail the big claw to that town, and then let them go into the continent when they're slightly better prepared and not going to die. But it means essentially taking custody of a crazy leader and his gem dragonborn followers. I didn't feel like I had remotely the authority to make that call for us.
I mean, if they're going to get themselves murdered, then I guess it's like kind of their own like doing sort of thing. I mean,
we can only advise. But if we hadn't come along, they were going to do it anyway. And we can't. I mean, the thing is, and even if we tell them not to and they agree to it and we walk away and that, we don't know what will happen to them afterwards.
I mean, you do have a point, Tink. Like, that is a very good point.
Just because we tell them not to doesn't necessarily mean that they listen.
I think we just got to word it in such a way that doesn't invalidate their optimism, but at the same time kind of give them a bit of caution, you know, like think before you leap kind of thing.
Random question, Brian. The Dragonborn Empire on the material plane.
Yes.
Does that have a particular bias towards metallic, chromatic, or any specific type?
They don't really have a bias towards a specific type. they're all kind of fairly inclusive. It's rare to see a gem dragonborn anywhere within the Empire, but you'll see a whole mix of the dragonborn types.
We could just convince them to go to Verulanium instead. Then they can be like, hey, no, that's a bad idea, and maybe they'll listen. Or maybe Kane will be really convincing and convince a whole bunch of Dragonborn to go die in a continent across the sea. But no, but he's not that convincing, is he?
I mean, he did sound pretty convincing.
Sound? He didn't say anything.
I mean, I'm not quite sure how the. Okay, I have an idea, and it may come as a bit of a shock to you guys, but if you bear with me. Oh God,
She dropped her phone.
Yeah, but if you bear with me as I drop my phone and pick it up back again, then I'm like, I say we, I may be able to kind of convince him through a bit of a bit of like, I don't know, maybe trickery or a bit of like, mental manipulation. You just gotta trust me on this. I know that as someone who is sound of mind, that like you may not always have faith in my abilities, but you guys are gonna have to trust me on this.
15 insight.
What are you inciting for, out of interest? Sorry, my...
14.
Like, so much of what Das has said skirts on the sus spectrum that I'm like... Because, like, they let slip that they heard the guy, which I'm assuming means telepathically. Just from the context of, we didn't hear him give a speech. And... whatnot. I'm not saying that Das is in any way lying about what they're claiming to do, for the record. I'm just curious to be like, have I clocked that they can listen to telepathy now? I mean, player has that theory. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to work out with like the role of like, would Eppa have worked it out? And I'm just trying to work from Das's stats. Can you give me your stats for me more really quick?
Sure.
I don't need to open a tab. There's a whole window.
Stats in particular?
Okay, right.
Okay.
That's right. I just needed to see where things lied. Eppa, from what you can gather, something clearly has gone wrong with Das in recent days.
I mean, we did see him nearly die.
No, but he did hit his head pretty hard at one fight or another.
Yeah. And you have been using a lot of psychic communication. So with your 15 insight, maybe Das has psychic powers now.
I will keep that to myself. I will sort of squint a little bit at Das, but I'm not going to say anything. I don't know what that 14 gives Rex, though.
Das is acting less Das than usual and he doesn't like it. Sorry, we're still dying.
He's no die.
After a while, of you guys having your back and forth conversation,
Hmm.
you do hear a Gem Dragon Ball voice call out, "Do you guys still need a few minutes? Kane would like to speak to you."
I'm good if you guys are.
I mean, sure. We could see what he has to say, and we can figure out his intentions.
I still say we convince him to go to Verolanium. Much safer.
Leave that part to me. You guys like distract him and all. Like leave that part to me. Like you guys just sort of like distract him, sort of thing. Like make him feel a bit comfortable and that.
Sure, we'll make him feel at home. In his home.
Exactly. There you go. You get it.
So, you guys are led back in, where you can see tens of Gem Dragonborn in various state of finery of dress, not state of undress. Like, some are dressed quite well, others are dressed in rags. Are all currently huddled in a circle around Kane, who is stood up and busy. Again, there's this harmonic humming going on. And as he enters, he goes, "Ah, and on cue. Our new friends, I do have a proposition for you. For you seem like the powerful adventuring sort. Will you aid my brothers and sisters in getting to the prime material plane?"
I'm waiting to see whether anyone else says anything first. If not, then I will go with my plan.
You said to leave it up to you. Appa's gonna follow your lead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same.
So Das, without moving his lips, kind of like looks as though he's like focusing on Kane, as Kane hears a voice in his head. Goes that, oh, all right, mind check 1 2 1 2. Is this working? Kane, Supreme Leader Kane. This is the voice of a godly dragon god.
Holy shit.
You see Kane's expression change, but you guys do not hear this conversation, and the voice just goes back, "It's okay, I know how telepathy works.
Oh, well.
Speak your piece, my child."
Oh, well, okay, I was hoping, okay.
We're Gem Dragon Ball, we kind of communicate through telepathy, it's fine.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, I feel like I ruined a moment.
yeah, you more. It's fine.
Oh, no,
It's kind of
I
my.
feel terrible.
It's kind of my first time doing this thing. It only kind of come up quite recently, so.
Oh, I'm terrible. Please carry on. For the rest of you, you're just seeing like the general like body language change. But like Das like feels terrible about something, and like Kane's like in a very apologetic and like, "Oh, carry on," and like he resets himself. Go back to one. Go back to one.
Do I do the voice again, or do I just be straightforward?
Be straightforward,
Right.
but I think they're catching on.
Can I say I'm just imagining Weird Al's. Look at him, and he looks. That's great.
Rex is just
Just in the
like
background.
has his paw, like hand paw on his chin, and he is leaning his what is it called? the part between the shoulder and the arm.
Shoulder and the arm.
Yeah, like
Is that?
wait.
Even that lost me.
Look at
Okay.
him. He looks at me.
Okay, so
An elbow.
okay, so Das is like, okay, right. So yeah. So me and my fellow crew mates have had a bit of an old chat, and whilst your cause is very noble and very, like, you know, very ambitious, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with ambition, judging by the armory that you have and some of the things, like, it's not that we're overly concerned, you know, you seem very prepared for, like, various things, but we faced various creatures which have weird and wonderful powers that, like, either set fire to people or freeze people or burn people with acid or create migraines that kind of make their nose bleed and then fall to their death or something, or get shocked, or just a myriad of horrific things. And we feel that if there's anywhere that we can advise you to go, like, you know, just to get a bit of a, I don't know, just so you don't get yourselves murdered right away. It's a large city called Verulanium. You may have heard of it. Bit of a capital of the Dragonborn Empire, and is apparently a really nice place. You know, it has a really good has a really good, like, I don't. It's not
Theatre
a tavern,
scene?
It's, well, theatre scene, but also like a bit of a. It's not a hotel. It's not a tavern. It's not an inn. I suppose it's more of a hotel run by this.
Trivago.
Sorry.
Hotel? Trivago.
Well,
You're all
Trivago
uncultured in
Hotel.
your memes, and I'm disappointed.
I don't actually know whether we met a certain character. In case I'm accidentally metagaming in that, but. Like, apparently there's this really lovely hotel which you can stay at, and apparently frolic with the staff known as the ladies and gentlemen of the night. Quite lovely people, apparently. So you do what you do there, sort of thing. But yeah, you know, Verulanium's quite a lovely place, especially for Dragonborn like yourselves. And, you know, I feel like you may, I feel like you may, you know, feel more welcome there instead of just getting yourselves lost in the wilderness and getting yourselves killed.
Just to ask very quickly, what have you physically been doing with this rather long spiel?
I have just been, like, gesturing as though, like, I'm talking to, like, another person, like, you know, like, circle of the hands, and like, I don't know, chef's kiss goes, lovely place, like, sort of thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you guys just seeing Das's body language shift, as if he's talking, but there's no mouth or anything moving. Eventually, Kane holds up his hand to, like, get Das to stop, and, like, mentally he's like, okay, and he switches back to a normal speaking voice. He's like, okay. I think your friends are getting lost in this conversation because they're only hearing none of it.
Das telepathically goes, are they? And then he just only realizes, oh, yeah, they're just lost. And then finally goes back to opening his mouth and, like, yeah, sorry, guys. Yeah, he saw through some
Firstly,
of
it's
my...
very rude to telepathically communicate without your friends knowing you can telepathically communicate.
Well,
And
it's my
also,
first rodeo, and also I was thinking if I posed myself as a divine being, then maybe you'd probably be more convinced, but you kind of saw through that, so well done to you.
He walks over to you, places a hand on your shoulder and goes, "It's all right, my child. We've both been touched by the divine."
That's horrifying.
Divine!
You do not need Das to get a god complex.
Yeah.
Not even a demigod complex.
The god complex in general is bad news. The DM just seems to be... You know when you have so much stuff in your head about a campaign and then your brain like full on blanks on it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Me right now.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I feel bad, but at the same time...
I don't feel bad.
And while this thing is going on, Rex is all this time while this conversation is going on. Rex is looking incredibly like. First, you see like the normal expression, then it starts to slide like to huge amount of boredom.
Boredom?
When Kate's got his hand on your shoulder, it's like, yes, we've both been touched by the divine. Sephirius and Akakane would agree.
I need to look into those dragons. I have no idea who they are.
They're lesser worshipped on the Prime Material plane, but worshipped fully down here. The Silver Shield and the Emerald Trickster. Sorry, not Silver Shield. The Amethyst Shield.
The Amethyst Shield.
Yes.
And
the Emerald Trickster.
Ooh, I do like the sound of Emerald Trickster.
So not the god that Foxy got with.
No.
No. Thank God.
No, and also didn't get with. The door just opened because the room was enchanted. So that way she could get with. And that way weeded out the unworthy.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't going to waste her time with weak men.
I love the fact that like it's the door of he's my type.
It's the door of, do you match my preferences on Tinder? Yes, the door swipes right for you.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then the real test would have begun.
Well, either way.
Yeah.
Oh my.
But anyway. But Kane says and goes, but we appreciate your raid and we will take it.
See, it worked, guys. It worked out in the end.
Exactly. And Kane stands there behind Dasford with a very uncomfortable arm on the other shoulder.
Oh no!
And then comes down closer and places like the other arm on the other Das's shoulder and always like gentle massage. It's like, we are going to do great things together, brother.
Sleeper hold. Blah. I mean,
Not quite sleeper hold. But like for you guys on the outside, it's like.
And it's at that moment that I would like to.
Think Far Cry charismatic leader vibes.
Oh no.
Yes.
It is at this moment that I would like to cast Detect Thoughts, and I need you to make a charisma saving throw, because I think that's what the spell casting modifier I increased is.
If you click on scroll down, click on this bit itself.
Oh yeah.
It should open up a thing.
There we go.
There you go.
You can cast Detect Thought spell requiring no spell.
Ability will increase by this feat to increase your charisma. So
Yes.
the DC is 8 plus 3 plus your charisma, which is now +1. So DC 12.
Yeah, not very high, but you know. He's probably very charismatic and would just pass flying colours.
Oh, you're damn right. We'll see. So that's bad. I rolled very badly. So deaths.
Mm-hmm.
You get the surface layer thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And those surface layer thoughts just become a general keep the act together. These idiots will be useful to me and to the endeavour we have in mind. Keep it together. Just deal with them for now, but don't kill them.
I think
Kings have jesters. Just treat them like a jester.
like I don't know whether anyone else would have noticed. I'm just thinking, what would Das look like? Just like
A little bit of faint twinkle in your eye, and
a faint twinkle in the eye, maybe sort of roll to the back of the head briefly before it's like, well, you know what I think? I think that we should all get a well-deserved rest and think about the future tomorrow and just get some sleep because I'm just quite tuckered out, to be honest. I don't know about everyone else.
well, if you require rest, my brother, you can rest here in safe and comfort, and tomorrow we'll return back and we'll finish the work that was started with the plane shift circle.
Yeah, certainly, yes. We'll certainly do that. Yes. I would, yes, very much appreciate
Go rest.
Yes, yeah, we'll certainly most rest, and we'll most certainly have...
As he locks eyes with you and says, "Go rest, Des, I'd like you to make a Christmas saving throw."
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Ooh, is this a spell effect?
It is indeed.
Would we be able to tell?
If you have counterspell ready, there's like an instinct within you that if you wish you can try and counterspell.
Yeah, I'll throw down a 3rd level counterspell.
Oh, I need to remind myself the level of the spell. Ah!
I fucking knew it.
Give me a spell.
I knew it.
DDBL, work with me here.
I'm protecting you, buddy.
I know you are.
Might be badly, but I'm protecting you.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Only
Pepper, I
one
need
person
you
gets to
make
fuck
a
with Das's
spell
mind.
casting ability check for me.
Cool, so that's just what? D20 plus my spell attack, or just
Yeah.
plus my modifier?
D20 plus your spell attack. Well, D20 plus your intelligence because you're a wizard.
Right, so, okay, so D20 plus 5.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool, so just nice simple intelligence roll. That is an 18.
The spell fizzles.
Oh! What, my counter spell or his spell?
His spell. The counter spell works.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
And you watch as his eye line changes from Das to you, Eppa.
Cool.
Go rest, brothers and sisters. I will see you in the dawn.
Yes, we shall certainly see you then. Yes, we'll definitely do that. Come along.
As he makes a hand gesture, and you watch as the stone wall close off.
Like, after we left?
Yes,
Or...
as you leave this chamber.
Okay, cool.
The main chamber where he was given like a sermon or speech.
Okay, as soon as we get far enough from, like, the building and everything, Das is just going to grab, like, the sort of edge of like Eppa's, I don't know, waist jacket or something, and goes, "The man's mad. He's absolutely insane. He's going to do horrific things to invade the material plane. We need to get out of here right now."
I just I look around. I'm guessing we're in a very nicely decorated cell for all intents and purposes.
No, I mean, you guys were free to go wherever you liked. You could have gone to the barracks, or if you want to go back to the inn and actually get some rest in Svartalheim, you're more than welcome to do that. His general, go rest, I'll see you in the morning, is more just I know where you are, no matter where you go.
Well, okay, look, he's insane. Doesn't mean the rest of the Dragonborn should suffer for it.
Look,
I mean, that's the whole reason we came here, is that, yeah, those guys attacked us, but it didn't mean all needed to die.
No. What I'm saying is we need to get to that magic circle, and we need to get out of here now. And we need to make sure that somehow they can't use the magic circle, so they can't come to the material plane and invade and enslave everyone and do what Dragonborn people do when they are power hungry and mad. He called us idiots. Nobody calls any one of our crew, my crew, idiots.
And
I like our crew.
And at that point, Rex just sighs and literally. How well have you watched the How I Met Your Mother series?
Far more than I should have.
Enough to know that I don't like it for various reasons.
Alrighty. But in it there is this guy who just in one episode when Lily actually dives into a metro, I think it's an F train or something. What's in New York? Anyway, he will Lily lands on their stomach, and then the guy goes "Idiot," and that's exactly the way Rex just blurts it out.
Yes, that's what that said.
Yeah, I know.
So we need to get to the magic circle right now. We need to go. We need to leave this. We need to leave this earth elemental forsaken place. We need to go, right now. Walk and talk this.
Yes.
What? Yeah, as we're walking and talking, how fuckwithable is a plane shift spell?
Once you've made the circle and cast the spell, it's very much okay. It's going in one direction.
What if you wanted to send different parts of different people to different locations?
That's more difficult because that requires rewriting the circle, or editing the circle for each bit you want to send.
But you couldn't put that in a larger diagram?
No, bigger circle just means bigger area of teleportation.
Damn.
Is there basically?
I think you'll go for the whole Thor Bifrost redirect.
Yeah, hoy him one way and the rest the other way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So my question is that would the teleportation circle, could it be used in a way that somebody casts the plane shift or teleport, and other one just before the teleport activates. Like when the teleport activates, someone casts like I don't know, like what was it called? What was the like small spell which kind of like cleans things up? Prestidigitation. So could you basically make a gust of wind with that? So it would work, but it would wipe out most of the circle.
See, part of me would be like, that's really cool and I'll allow, but the part of me is like, that would also be so hard to time.
That would.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like the second you teleport, and there was a risk of it could either A, work, and you guys teleport with no issue. B, the prestidigitation kicks in at just the wrong moment, so yes, you teleport, but now you suffer the failure chance. C, it fails, you guys don't go anywhere, but you still suffer the failure chance, so you take the damage. Or D, it doesn't work at all. And like, you gust the wind, but you gust the wind too soon, you don't end up shifting, you just stay perfectly still, and now you've got to redraw the circle.
Yeah.
Which means like too much to manage with a head full of cold.
Oh.
So it would be like
I'm gonna say no on that front.
okay, I was thinking like maybe like an ability, like some ability check to like spellcasting check of like 18 or 19 to pass.
Eppa, and in fact, pretty much everyone, since you're all magically inclined, how long do you think it would take to draw this sort of magic circle?
I mean, I've got basically my notes here. Wouldn't take that long.
What if, and hear me out, we wipe out this circle, but we draw our own circle in a completely different place away from this crazy, insane bunch of gemstone-y, dragonborn people. And that way, they wouldn't be able to use the magic circle, and we'd be able to use it, and we'd be able to get home.
I mean, I'm not sure there's anything strictly that requires you have to draw the circle in a material. Just to double check that I'm not talking nonsense here.
I'm looking at the material components all the way here.
Well, that's the beautiful thing of an arcane focus. You don't need material components.
I mean, that's true.
Unless it says it's been consumed, but no, it's just like my brain's just like, I was just double checking the spell, just to be like, does it say how big it has to be?
Like, it'll be tiresome, but I could just cast one without the drawing. But they kind of already know how to make it. Like, us leaving doesn't really stop them coming through.
So
Or
yeah.
Yep.
Carry on. No, you carry on.
Well, there is a possibility that we have sort of an idea where their like circle leads. So we could just wait until they we could teleport back to the plane, and then we could basically go to wait and see where they would appear, and then we could cause some interesting things to them.
I mean, this guy can't do too much damage if we send them to Verilanium.
Well, true.
Plus, there's almost certainly going to be somebody there who can teleport us back to Emberstone.
I will
It's
point
like-
out now, though, just as a DM discussion and everything, Plane Shift is a 7th level spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
I cannot just casually cast that.
Yep.
I would have to prepare it. Damn. Yeah, no, I can't. I don't have the juice for this. Also,
Yeah.
right, so how are they casting it? Those guys were weedy.
I don't know, but for some reason I felt something try to. You remember that cursed sword? You know, the one that, like, made my mind go blank and I go all killer mode kind of thing, you know, have fun killing people instead of feeling a bit bad for it. Yeah, it's kind of like that, minus the, like, killer mode thing. It's just, you know, trying to take control of my mind and everything, but you know, so
Oh, what, you mean he was trying to tell you what to do?
yeah, like, but with magic.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that was easy to deal with. Practically reflex these days.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Oh,
like,
sorry, did you not notice?
What? Wouldn't notice what?
Never mind. Oh, just like, okay. So we need him to get back. We can just... I don't...
So
I don't
really-
like just ignoring this guy.
Yeah, this guy sounds like bad news. I mean, you said that with their weapons and things that they would not stand a chance.
Have a
Am
tough
I-
time on the southern continent, for sure. I mean, if he's able to power plane shift, then he's got some pretty powerful oomph behind him.
Mm-hmm. So really, our only choices are either go with him through this magical circle and possibly face the consequences of our naivete, or we see whether Dao's mum and dad can do something about teleporting us back, or did we already discuss this with them and they were like, sorry, can do?
No, they were open to teleporting you back, just not right immediately until the Earth plane was restored.
Ew. Which then leads me as a player onto a thought of, if the Earth plane has not been restored yet, then what are the chances that the plane shift won't go a bit messy?
Define messy.
I don't know, just like, it's kind of like taking the cake out of an oven when the cake's not even done yet, and then it's just a whole mess.
Wait, Dao essentially created something that shifted us between planes.
That's true.
Not intentionally.
That's also true. I mean, we could possibly ask them.
Did they already leave?
As far as you guys are aware, she hasn't left Svartalheim yet.
Oh god, why do we have to tell the authorities?
I mean, at least we're not the ones causing trouble.
Oh, that feels so weird.
I know, right?
Yes.
You being the good ones.
I mean, we're always trying to be the good ones, but like normally something goes wrong. Or there's lots of explosions. The fact that it's like reasonable managed decision making is downright unsettling.
And I mean, the whole mind thing and being able to delve into a person's deepest, darkest secrets, yeah, it's really weird. I don't know how you magic folk do that. Like, you know, not be freaked out by all the magical things going on.
I mean, I don't normally dive into people's minds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll throw things at people's minds. It's very fun. But like, I can't actually like read minds.
Ah.
That's not like a universal magic thing.
Oh.
I get closer to sort of like doing like you know how my gun goes boom?
Yes.
Imagine that, but with thought.
Okay.
So you're constantly doing mind freaks.
Mind.
Yeah.
So.
Or, as Jack Rat calls it, mind bullets.
Mind bullets.
Mind bullets! That's
like-
telekinesis, Kyle!
This Kyle.
So, are we all in agreement that we should tell the authorities about some shady goings on and hope that they could reward us for our honesty by sending us back to the material plane?
It could help. Yes.
Works for me.
Well, that settles it then. We're going to the authorities.
Oh, sweet Jesus. But we shall put a pin in that for next week.
Yay!
Yes.
So I hope you all enjoyed tonight's session. Weird and
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, so many things to do and so little time in which to do it.
Just the moment of, oh no, we need an adultier adult.
Yeah.
Would it be like, I need an adult? Wait, I am an adult. I need an adult here, adult.
Exactly.
Mm.
I had to do that at work because I'm a first aider, and it was like, you need a first aider, and I'm like looking around, I'm like, oh, hang on a minute, I am the first aider.
Oh no.
Oh no, I have to adult.
So yeah, hope you have enjoyed tonight's stream and everything. Tune in next week as these guys go to the authorities and adult themselves out of trouble. Till then, bye bye.
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 Bye.